Are you gonna say my intro with me? Or are you gonna leave it up to me?
What's your intro? Oh.
Wow, a fake
Hey
fan.
y'all. Hey y'all, bro.
If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not new here, hey boo, I see you coming back. As you can see for this video, I have a new face for you guys. What's your name?
Horace.
This is Horace. This is my fiance, soon to be husband. Before we start this video, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you give it a thumbs up so you can see more videos like this. If this is what you want, we can give the people what they want. So for today's video, we're going to tell you guys how we met. Horace likes to tell lies. He likes his version of the story, but that's why we're both here, so you get the facts and not his version. We've been engaged for Liliana's 3. We got engaged the Christmas before she was born. She was born December 31st, so we were engaged like 6 days before she was born. That's not math. Yeah, it is 6 days. So before we got engaged, we were together for 2 years. And I guess that's it. So let's get started.
Who got to start? Oh, I guess I got to start.
I guess you do got to start. You're the one who slid into my DMs.
Okay. I'm from Mobile, Alabama. Most of my friends are Laker fans, Cleveland fans, LeBron fans, however you see that, however you follow that, Miami Heat fan, whatever. I always me against everybody else. I didn't know any other Spurs fan growing up. I got cool with Mooney. Shout out to Mooney. But I had no other friends on social media like Instagram, Facebook. So I used to get jumped on. So I was like, man, you know what? I'm going to go find a bunch of friends on Instagram to follow my page. The Spurs fans, so people have my back, so I won't be getting teamed up on. Of course, I went looking for girls because it's weird trying to get dudes, Spurs fans, follow your page. So it was all girls. I went to the Spurs page, official Spurs page, and started asking people to be my Instagram friends. That's how I met April.
How you came across me.
And then, you know, she was cute or whatever, so I slid into the DMs.
And then I was like, skirt? Absolutely not. At the time, like I said, if you watched my other videos, it wasn't not really big on, I don't know, just on flirt. And I was focused on school and I was entertaining him in my free time. But other than that, I wasn't really, I mean, it was what it was. So we were talking on Instagram for a while and then you asked me for my number. So I gave it to him. And then honestly, he got my nerves at first because you talk a lot.
Yeah.
We'd sit on the phone for a long time and he'd just be talking and talking and talking and talking. And I'm just like, yeah, great. So somewhere along the timeline of him asking for my number and us talking, he invited me to his cousin's wedding, which was in Florida. Mind you, I'm in Texas and he's in Alabama and Florida's like way over here. I was just talking shit. I was like, yeah. Absolutely, I'll go for sure. Mind you, I was 21 and didn't have any kids. I wasn't doing anything else, so why not go to Florida? But yeah, we had kind of stopped talking after that. And then I remember being on spring break with the kids that I nanny in Galveston. I had taken a picture of the beach and posted on my Instagram. And then you commented on it. And I don't remember what he said, but he had said something and I was like, about being at the beach. And I was like, oh, I thought I was gonna be there too, just
again, talking shit.
And he was like, yeah, I thought so too. So then we started talking again.
I used to have seizures, real bad seizures. People who know me know I used to struggle with that. I'm done with that, thank God. Medicine, health, and God, other things. Just had to take care of myself better and I haven't had any more seizures, thank God. But anyway, I used to have seizures. I had a real bad one, probably like 2 weeks out before my cousin's wedding, and I was pretty beat up bad. I was in a bad place in life, just in general, man. Just mentally, physically, I was beat, man. Life had like chewed me up and spit me out, basically. I was down and out. We ended up getting tighter. She decided to make the trip, and when I originally said it, I didn't think she'd do it. You know, I was for real, but I didn't think she'd do it. You know, and she did it. She drove the.
Well,
she drove
in my defense, so he had a seizure like 2 weeks before the wedding, and I'm very much of a take care of person. So for me at that point, I felt like I needed to check on him and make sure he was okay. I mean, that's a big deal. So I felt like, okay, let me go and check up on him, make sure he's good. That was really my deciding factor in the entire thing because honestly, if that seizure wouldn't have happened, I don't know if I would have went or not. I probably wouldn't have went. So I drove, 12 hours by myself to Florida to meet this stranger I had met on the internet. Don't do that, children. Don't do him. I knew him, kind of. I knew he wasn't gonna kill me or anything crazy, but don't do that. I gave my best friend and all the information she needed. My aunt knew that I was leaving and where I was going, where I was gonna be. They had his number, they had his first and last name, Horace Henderson Jr. Don't forget he's a junior. So they had all that information just in case. But I did. I drove 12 hours to Florida to meet you for what, a weekend? We were there for 3 days, and then I just drove right back home on Sunday.
I remember you drove through the night. You got there super early Friday morning. Cause I had spent that Thursday night there by myself. I remember that. I was watching cartoons by the pool and.
Oh yeah, the movies.
I was watching the movies by myself or whatever. I couldn't sleep the whole time you was coming because it was crazy that you was doing it. Couldn't believe you was coming. Got there, you took a nap when you first got there. Then it was off on the running from there. We've been 2 peas in a pot ever since, basically.
Yeah, I remember. You know what I remember from that? I remember Uncle Jeffrey. He had asked him. He was like, "How long have we been together?" And he lied. He was like, 6 months. I was like, yeah, 6 months. I literally just met him the day before. And mind you, I'm not just meeting him, like I'm going to a wedding with his family. I met his mom, I met his dad, I met his brother, literally all of his family. And it was an experience.
Oh, yeah.
It was an experience. He was in the wedding, so he was obviously busy. So I was just kind of in the room or walking around the hotel and doing my thing while he was at rehearsal, taking pictures and doing everything he needed to do to be involved in the wedding.
That's crazy though.
What?
I forgot that we had lied to everybody.
First of all.
I did.
I didn't know none of those people. You lied.
I lied to my fam.
Yeah. Like in their face, dead I just lied. I was like, no.
I had, and everybody who know me know I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. But I had to. I felt like I had to in that situation because just to protect her, honestly, not myself, because I don't care. Just people, cause we nosy, and people like to know what's going on, and I try to keep that at bay as much as possible because if I would have been like, hey, I met her on Instagram and she drove to Florida, come holler at your boy, it would have been, I just
they would have had preconceived notions of me, and
so I had to protect. I did it. To protect her and us.
And also, I think it's important to note, at the time I was 21 and you were 31. Mm-hmm. So we do have a big age gap, but I feel, and I've always been told that I'm pretty mature for my age. So I've never, I lived by myself. Like I said, I wasn't doing anything else. So why not go to Florida? I'd never been to Florida, so that was fun. So then after that, I drove back home, which was a journey. You left too?
Yeah, I remember we went to
Oh yeah, and I got sick and almost died. You asked me to be your girlfriend in Florida.
Yeah.
He didn't want me to leave Florida without being official. So he asked me to be his girlfriend before I left, and of course I was like, yes, of course. So that was already kind of set in stone before I had left. And so yeah, I continued to be in Texas and go to school and continue my education, and he stayed in Alabama. Oh, in Alabama you had your car lot.
Yeah, still had the car lot. We still was hanging on. We still was, we still had normal business at the time, and life kind of went back to normal a little bit, and we just talked on the phone and tag, FaceTime, like crazy. Things happened with the business. We had the opportunity to get out. We felt like that was the best thing to do, and I immediately moved to San Antonio afterwards. We started with nothing.
Yeah, so
a mattress.
Yeah, of course we had talked about him moving to San Antonio. It was never a thought for me to go to Alabama because I was in school. I still had a year or two to go left in school, so there was no way that I was leaving. So we decided he was coming to Texas.
Honestly, one of the best decisions that I ever made. My life's been good here. I've met some great people. San Antonio is an awesome city. I have a good job, family. Everything's good, man.
Yeah, we were in a 2-bedroom apartment with 1 room that was ours. We lived with my aunt, and we didn't have anything. Whatever I had, like my mattress and my dresser and my clothes and stuff, we literally had nothing. Then we moved into our first apartment, and I graduated college. He was doing really good at his job, so we got some starter furniture since he was a furniture salesman. That's what I told y'all in my Amazon video. That was our starter furniture because we didn't have anything, so we needed something.
Ashley's furniture.
Yes, Ashley's furniture.
On days of holler, call me. Get your boy Tempur-Pedics on deck. Yeah, Sleep Geek. I know what I'm talking about.
They don't know what a Sleep Geek is.
Come see me and we can talk about what it is. We can figure it out. Back to the story though. Yeah, back to the story. Had to get that plug in. Roll Tide too.
Okay, they didn't come here to learn about your sports.
Play for the Baltimore Ravens now.
Sports fetishes.
Playing with True.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we met, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Liliana was a complete surprise. We had no idea. We're talking about that?
Nah, I don't know. How far you want to go?
I mean, I don't care. We can. But then we have to bring up your past. Like I said, we don't really fight. Like, we don't argue. If I have a problem, I let him know. If he has a problem, he lets me know. So when we had gotten together, we moved into our first apartment, and like any couple, there was some things that were happening that he was used to going about living his life in Alabama, and in his past, he was never really held accountable for any of these actions. So when he moved here to Texas, it was trial and error, and after a while, I was just, like I told you, I've never been the type to play around, or I mean, if this isn't what you're here to do, then I mean, what are you here to do? I just kind of had to let him know I don't know what it was that he was used to, but it's not what I was going to be, and it's not what we were going to do. I think we were kind of in a bumpy place when I got pregnant with Liliana, but I had just finished college, and that's what was happening. And honestly, from the day that I told him that Liliana was coming, it was never a question after that.
When I get off work, I ain't running home to play video game, lift weights. I do all that for my babies to get up. I run home to my family. I'm a family man now. Yeah, things have changed. Family man.
Yeah.
Family
Things
man.
have definitely changed.
Things have changed for the best.
Yeah.
Liliana was a wake-up call in a lot of different ways. I never questioned myself moving to San Antonio. I knew I had to propose. I had to ring way before I actually did it.
It took him so long. I knew you were supposed to propose at my graduation, and it didn't happen. And then after that, so many things happened to where he could have proposed. My graduation party, yeah. Afterwards, we went to dinner. The gender reveal that we had with my family, his mom threw us the most extravagant baby shower. It was literally like a Pinterest board. Everything was decorated to the T. And I was like, there's no way he's not gonna propose. Like, there's no way. He didn't propose. And then we went to Destin again. So in August, we had went to Destin again. I was like, okay, he's gonna propose now. And he didn't. Yeah, I knew for a long time, I knew his intentions, and I was never going to, I guess, rush you, because now we've been engaged forever, so it doesn't make a difference either way. But yeah, you proposed on Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday. I love Christmas. My family was here. Yeah, we got engaged on Christmas Day, and we've been engaged ever since. 3 years later. We did try to get married. We were supposed to get married September 2019 in Hawaii, but then I got pregnant with Camila, so we had to postpone that wedding, and now we have a wedding in a few months.
There's gonna be a lot more to come. I'm pretty sure she's gonna have a lot to talk about when it comes to that. I just wanna say my little piece. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. It's gonna be black people, white people, Mexican people. It's about love. It's about coming together. This is what it's about, because it's what we about. That's what I'm about. Anybody who knows me knows that I show everybody love. I love everybody who shows me love. That's what it's about, man. You know, I'm not one of those black guys who ever disrespect my race and say that I'm only gonna date this type of girl or do this type of thing. This was organic. You know, this just happened. You know, and that's what makes it special. I wasn't looking for it. It just happened like that, and it's special to me.
Yeah, like he said, we weren't looking for each other. I think that's a big misconception that a lot of people have when we say, oh, we met on Instagram. We weren't on Instagram looking for each other. Well, he was looking for Spurs fans, but I just so happened to be that. We weren't looking for love.
It's not looking for love.
We weren't looking to be anything more than double tapping each other's pictures. That's all it was intended to be, and it just happened to turn out to be.
I never even seen myself getting married. I thought I had issues. I had problems.
Told y'all, wifey material. I already told y'all.
Yeah.
Now people tease me and be like, well, I just need to get on Instagram and find me a Forrest. No, you don't. Don't do that. So we were not looking for each other. I was content where I was in life, and he just happened to come into my life at the perfect time, and this is what my life is meant to be.
And I want to share my love and show everybody what I'm about and what I do. You more than welcome to the reception anyway.
Yeah, you know, I'm not feeding no more people.
It costs too much, man. These folks trying to charge $1 billion, man. But anyway, we're gonna party anyway.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to all of that later. But this here, man, this family's about love. I love my girls. This is gonna happen one way or another.
Like you said, I will 100% be giving y'all wedding updates. I think my next video will actually be like a get ready with me and talk about wedding stress, because your girl is stressed.
And I apologize for everybody who know the other story. I got a watered down story about how we met that I say at work all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't lying for real. It ain't lying. I'm just saying we met in Florida because that's really what we just met. I ain't saying when we first met.
Oh, you didn't tell me we met on Instagram?
Yeah, I ain't telling we met. I skipped the Instagram part.
You said we met at a wedding. She just showed up.
I said we met in Florida.
Okay.
Because we did.
know. So yeah, I guess that's all for this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. We're pretty open. We don't really have any secrets. We know everything about each other, and we're not really holding too much back.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Turn on the notification bell next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified whenever I upload a new video, and you don't have to wait for me to post it on social media. If you do wait, these are my socials. This is where you can find me. Do you want to plug your socials?
My social. Oh yeah, follow me Horace_Jr. on Instagram, Horace Henderson Jr. on Facebook. You know, if you want to get some motivation as far as working out, eating right, that's my thing. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle, man. It's a lifestyle, man. So if y'all want to, you know, get into those type of things, if you need furniture, let me know too.
If you need furniture,
you know,
we'll plug in a business card. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank y'all for y'all time.
Yeah.
And we got a lot more to come. Stay tuned.
Bye. You never put your arm around me. Don't act brand new because we're on camera.
Don't be getting up on me like you be getting up on me like that.
Are you done? How long did you think you've been sitting here?
I don't know.
Do you feel hostage? He's an ADD kid. I already knew he wasn't going to be able to sit still for very long.